You have had it with a narcissistic person in your life and have given them an ultimatum to go to therapy or you will leave them. Or you are heading out the door and they are begging you to give them another chance and agree to go to therapy. But here is the catch. They demand that you need to go with them. Now they just turn the tables on you and may even accuse you of wrongdoing and that they cannot change unless you go as well. So should you go? Hello wonderful person and welcome to Narcissistic Abuse Healing. I'm Anton and I create videos about narcissistic abuse to help you understand what was done to you and help you heal from it. Please help this channel grow by subscribing. If you find this video informative or helpful in any way, please let me and YouTube know by liking and sharing it. Feel free to share your experience in the comment section as well as topics you would like me to cover. This video is not about can a narcissist change, which I will cover in another video. This video covers what can and often does happen if you go to therapy with a narcissist. You probably guessed it by now. Going to therapy or marriage counseling with a narcissist is a very bad idea. So let's look at what can happen if you go to therapy with a narcissist. The therapist may be inexperienced in narcissism. Many therapists often have very limited knowledge or experience in dealing with narcissists. Some have only taken one class on these personality disorders. Covert narcissists can easily be misdiagnosed as borderline or even bipolar, and the therapist can easily be charmed by a grandiose narcissist or sociopath. Narcissists are extremely manipulative. Before you know it, the narcissist will be the victim with the therapist agreeing. The narcissist may say or do something to trigger you, such as flat out lying and smearing your name. When you lose it, the narcissist will be cool and calm, while pointing out to the therapist that this is nothing to what they have to deal with at home. Not only can he be blamed for the narcissist's actions, but you can also be diagnosed as being aggressive and emotionally unstable. You may try to tell the therapist of all the wild things a narcissist does to you, often with the result that the therapist does not believe you. They may even diagnose you with having hallucinations. Next thing you know, the narcissist gets the therapist to admit you to a mental hospital, or divorce you and use your mental instability against you to take custody of your children. They can even get the therapist to testify in court you have lost it in therapy and what a danger you are to yourself or your children. If you are lucky, the therapist will only try to convince you that you need to change and be more accepting of a narcissist and show them more love, and that all you need to save the relationship is better communication. Often you will be blamed for not allowing the narcissist to express their feelings and their problems they have with you, as you are always having problems and issues with them. The therapist can be a narcissist as well. Some narcissists become therapists because it gives them power and control over others. Often there will be a covert narcissist or sociopath and you will not realize it until it is too late and the therapist and narcissist have ganged up against you. This can also happen when you go to see a pastor at church, as narcissists and sociopaths love the power a position in the church gives them. The narcissist will immediately realize the therapist speaks their language and the two will be best buddies from the get-go. Together they can make life hell for you, and can even cause you to end up in a mental institution and lose everything you have. If you're lucky, the therapist will just gaslight you and tell you that you are overreacting or have been misunderstanding the narcissist. Good luck in stopping the therapy, as this is often the one time the narcissist will push you to go to therapy. If you go, they will play tag team on your mind. If you do not go to therapy, you just gave a narcissist a reason for why the narcissist cannot change. Now you are the evil one who stopped therapy and ruined their only chance to get better. They will often increase the abuse and blame you for them getting worse, as you stop the therapy or refuse to go to the one therapist who understands them and can help them. The narcissist will punish you. Many narcissists only go to therapy when ordered by court or when they will lose their job or marriage and they still think they can gain control of the situation, but they will hate you for it. Thus, the narcissist often goes with the intent of gaining the upper hand and either proving that you are the problem or that there is no problem at all to begin with. And if there is a problem, that they are the victim. You may be shocked to find that the narcissist tries to get the therapist to agree with them that your boundaries are unreasonable and that you should change your boundaries and allow the narcissist the freedom to do whatever they feel entitled to. When you get home, the narcissist will use whatever guilt you agreed to in the session against you to further break down your boundaries and get you to accept even more blame for their actions or to justify them abusing you. After all, you just agreed to the therapist that you are partly to blame for the problems in the relationship. If the therapist did hold the narcissist accountable in any way, you will be punished for making the narcissist look bad. Your life and those of your children may be in danger depending on how badly the narcissist feels you insulted them, and if they fear other actions they did may also get exposed in further therapy. If them being labeled as abusive or narcissistic threatens the job, such as them being in the armed forces or police service, then they may violently try to get you to stop the therapy. Police often are some of the most dangerous abusers when they think they are going to be exposed and possibly lose their job or go to jail. Even if you have no plans to press charges, they may fear the therapist will convince you to do so and may take action on those fears and end your or their life before you can take action. It is not what you are doing, it is what you can do and what the therapist may tell you to do that they fear. There is no way for a therapist to know who is lying, and the narcissist is a far better liar than you. You will often be humiliated and abused both in the therapy session and back home. The narcissist often gets the therapist to agree with them that you are being unreasonable, which will emotionally cause more abuse for you. You may come out of a session feeling so broken down that you may feel there's no reason to live. The abuse often gets worse after therapy. Low intelligence narcissists often only know how to manipulate by using violence. They do not go to therapy willingly. They would rather punch your teeth out than admit there's something wrong with them. Mid-intelligence narcissists more often go, but they honestly believe they are good people, that you are the problem or that something else is causing their behavior. So they only go to therapy to shift blame and responsibility for their behaviors and give the illusion that they will change. Often they will give you an extended golden period where they are all nice again, just until you think everything is fine and stop the therapy and the thought of leaving them. Then they go back to their old tricks of abusing you again. Unfortunately, they would have learned a lot about how their actions are making you feel and what gets under your skin, as well as what makes you tick. Thus, they often are far better skilled to abuse you even more after therapy. In therapy, they may have responded with a statement such as, "I didn't know that hurts you." Then after therapy, when the abuse starts again, they on purpose do those actions. The worst is the highly intelligent narcissist who knows what they are doing and chooses to do it. They go to therapy with the express purpose to learn more and have fun. They often see therapy as a game where they try to outsmart the therapist. So too the sociopath. Both love to learn what gives them away so they can work on their facade and be harder to detect while causing more damage to people. They want to perfect their craft of manipulating and abusing people. Therapy will be a massive waste of money. Many insurance plans don't cover treatment for narcissistic personality disorder. Thus, you may fork out a lot of money yourself. Medical insurance companies know the success rate and see therapy for people with NPD as a waste. There's also no drug that can be prescribed for narcissism. At home, the narcissist may promise you they will change and that they will listen to the therapist and you. But in therapy, they often deny any wrongdoing while shifting the blame to you. They twist your words and avoid questions by deflecting them back onto you or changing the subject. Session after session will be things going in circles while you suffer more and more abuse. They claim they changed after one or so session. Be careful of narcissists who claim they went to therapy and changed. It takes many years of hard work and a dedicated and experienced therapist to make any meaningful change. Narcissism is a personality disorder. It is a way a person thinks based on their deeply ingrained beliefs. Your personality, beliefs, and the way you think have developed over many years from birth. Every situation, experience, and bit of information you gained as you grew up slowly over time molded your brain and its synaptic wiring and created your personality. It is not something any person can easily change, nor can it be done in a few sessions. The narcissist's whole brain pattern and thinking process need to change, which will require their brain to rewire itself over time to the point that they evaluate life differently and give different priority to things in life that they used to. And to do that, they will have to come to terms and deal with the issues in their childhood that they have suppressed. Grandiose narcissists narcissists will have to accept they are not so great. Covert narcissists will have to accept they are not victims and the world is not against them. Both will have to accept they are responsible for their own actions and their own situations, and that they have been hurting a lot of people in their life. That is a lot to deal with. Even then, they may not have the ability to have the empathy required to have a loving relationship with you, as the parts in their brain responsible for empathy just did not evolve correctly as they grew up. Their prefrontal cortex that governs their decision making also developed differently than normal. They just do not have the ability to have empathy like a normal person, and their brain is just wired to think differently than a normal person. At its simplest, a human brain is like a highly complex computer with our synapses and neurons the hard wiring, and our beliefs the embedded software of a computer. No matter how much you beg and plead to an Android phone or how much love you give it, it is not going to change into an iPhone. Conclusion. If you are thinking of taking a narcissistic person to therapy, it is not advised. They can go on their own if they really want to change, which is extremely rare. Even if they do go on their own, they often only go to give an illusion that they care or to get someone to agree with them that you are the problem. They may come home and tell you that the therapist told them you are crazy and that you should go to therapy. Often it is a lie. Rather use the money on your own therapy to work on your recovery. The narcissist is not interested in changing. From their viewpoint, they are not the problem, and there is nothing wrong with them, or no one can help them as they are so special. For them to change, they have to first admit they are flawed and not special. Two things a narcissist dread more than death are being wrong as well as them being ordinary like everyone else. Some choose death rather than facing the truth. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please like and share it so that more people can benefit from it. If not subscribed, please subscribe now by clicking the seductive red button. As reward for subscribing, you will get more informative videos about narcissistic abuse. Please leave a comment as it helps to expand the information covered in the video, which may be of benefit to others. Also check out my books on narcissism by following the links in the description. Thank you.